Hello, TikTok and YouTube. How are we going today? Okay, so I'm going to finish off the rest of this chameleon skin, which I have to do a little bit on the tail here. Hey, Cece. Cece. How are you? Put him this way, and then I can do the rest here. So maybe I'll start this way. All right, let's mix it up. Thanks for the likes. All right, so we're going to mix up some Mod Podge. Oh, that's not the Mod Podge. Some Mod Podge. You're doing well. Any new projects? Oh, I've had food poisoning the last few days, so it's my rodeo back. So I'm just going to finish off my chameleon. I planned to do it during the week, but I got food poisoning. So that was fun. So I'm going to finish it off today. That was an awesome experience. I think it was cantaloupe. That did it. I think I got salmonella from it, so that was a fun time. Now we're finishing it. I'm on the mend now, so I'm feeling good. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. So yeah, I have to finish off my Stellar Sea Lion. That's so cool. Thank you. Thanks for the follow. You've been there too, I know. I think it was cantaloupe. But yeah, I mean, we've all been there, right? It just came on really unexpectedly. All right, so mixing in that acrylic medium. Thank you. So I've only got a couple of things left to do on the sea lion. Posted the demo guys out this morning. So that's on the way home. And then, yeah, I guess I'll do some more sculpting soon. So I'll do some the rest of the lion sculpting. So I'll do the female head and the paws. And I'm trying to think of what else to do. I still haven't heard back from the Oddities Expo, so I don't know if I should be making things, but I might do a little experiment with another skull sculpt, maybe. So a couple of things, and I'll start some sculpting on the action cats as well. Action cats. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, I was trying to muster up some strength yesterday to do something, but I was just totally laid out yesterday. But looking good now. I feel normal now. Normal today. It's not the worst thing that I've had, but not great either. Okay. What's a sculpt you've never done that you think you'd be a fun challenge? Probably sort of doing the reptiles. That's why I sort of did this chameleon, because I've totally neglected the whole reptile end of things. Maybe apes are always quite challenging. So maybe something like a mandrill or something. Like a male mandrill, I should say. Maybe a different reptile, like a Gila monster or something. That would be interesting to do the skin on that. Another project for the long distance scales. A crocodile. I don't know how I'd do a crocodile though. You can get fake crocodile skin maybe. A tortoise, yeah. Hey, thanks for the follow, Danica. That would be pretty cool. You could sculpt the shell. That would be an interesting sculpt. Could do like something like fake suede or something to do like a movable head. That would be pretty cool. Can't say I've done something with like a retractable head before. Maybe something like a fantasy creature of some sort. I haven't done one of those in a while. I have ages ago I started a project. I don't know if you're into Naruto, but Kuruma from Naruto, the nine-tailed fox. I've like half done it. It's just been sitting there for years. I haven't finished it, so it would be kind of nice to finish that. I have to redo the feet, though, which is fine. I have to make it bigger. That'd be cool to finish. What are your starting prices? No problem. So they range anywhere from $480 to $680-ish, just depending on what it is and the complexity. So generally, they usually fall between $550 or so, plus the shipping. But I do offer payment plans too, so I try to make it, as flexible as possible. Thanks. I don't know if anyone would be into a mandrill though. I know. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I get mixed messages with pricing. You never know what sort of reaction you're going to get. Sometimes it's fine, sometimes it's not. So you never know. But they just take so long to make, and the materials are just insanely expensive. But yeah. My proboscis monkey that I made a while ago, people on TikTok really like the proboscis monkey. It's still sort of going semi-viral. Is it my full-time job? No, unfortunately, it's not. I'd like to, but I just can't. I can't make a living off it, unfortunately. It's so social media dependent as well. So some days it's just you get really poor engagement. Some days it's okay. So it just depends. But no, I can't, unfortunately, live off it. Wouldn't that be nice? Could get so much more done if I had the time. You think the unicorn one would look so good? I've done a few unicorns before. I did like a donkey sort of face though. I didn't do like a horse face. But yeah, you understand. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I haven't done like a horse type unicorn before, but I went for like a cross between a donkey goat sort of face. Look, it was a cute one. So Yeah, I didn't want to go for the horse face for some reason. But one day we'll get there. Trying to do the end piece. This is like the last little strip that I've got to do. Yeah, got a few projects to go. So I think I need to do a little bit more airbrushing on the Stellar Sea Lion. I did a lot of it the other day, but I just want to do like some touch-up bits. So I want to add like just a little bit more black in some areas. Thank you for the follow. Just going to do the end of the tail, I think. Before I move on to the rest of it. Alright, so let's try this angle. Thank you for the share and everything. Much appreciated. I don't know see what I'm doing actually. There we go. So I'm just doing some like fake scales on this chameleon art doll. And it is a mix of Mod Podge and acrylic medium. So the acrylic medium gives it a bit of volume, and the Mod Podge makes it a bit flexible. So, because it's a posable art doll, it needs to have a little bit of flex in it. So, that's what the Mod Podge is for, basically. Okay. Okay, just going to clean this bit up here. Alright, so I'm just going to try and finish off this little length here. There should be way more people like you. Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. Bit of a chilled out live. I just make dolls, really. But thank you. Too many of those TikTok match things, I think. I find them so weird. All right. Bit of an awkward little doll to get in frame at the moment. I'm just trying to do this section by section. I feel like I'm piping icing. Icing pipe. I feel like I'm making a chameleon cake. Is it? No, they're all fake. So everything, I basically do fake taxidermy. So everything is made from polymer clay. So, for example, is a lion that I'm currently working on. So that's sculpted out of polymer clay. I've attached an armature to it. Obviously, create the skeleton with the armature, and then I needle felt the body with a polyfill, which is like a cushion stuffing. And then, yeah, do the skin. So I normally use fake for things like the cougar. Or in this case, I'm doing a cotton sort of fabric and just doing each scale individually, of course. So, yeah, it's all fake. I don't use any animal products. So I kind of call it fake taxidermy, I guess. But, yeah, I sort of do more tabletop size ones. Thought it was real. Oh, thanks. Well, that's good. That's the whole point. So yeah, I used to do a lot more fantasy things back in the day. But yeah, I did a couple of pieces for the Calgary Zoo. So that sort of you know, prompted me to focus more on doing realistic things. So, yeah. A blue half moon data fish. I mean, I do take commissions if that's something. I don't normally just make things for the sake of making them, but open to suggestions, definitely. Trying to gauge, what animals people like the most. Because you never know. I've just been making things that I want to make, you know what I mean? So I don't exactly know what people's favourite animals are. So I just end up making cats. Cats and, well, this is obviously a chameleon, so a little bit further out of my comfort zone. I haven't made too many reptiles. Made a lot of dragons, but not so many reptiles. So, yeah, sort of just focusing on doing things out of my comfort zone. I'm actually thinking of painting this rather than airbrushing it. I think it would be better if it was painted. Um, Thanks so much for all the likes. So I'll just get a bit more. So I got the combo that I've mixed up of Mod Podge and acrylic medium. So acrylic medium gives it a bit of volume, like holds the little bead, and the Mod Podge makes it slightly flexible. So just got that tiny little bit. I might just do some bits and pieces here and there. But yeah, I'm thinking I might paint this rather than airbrushing. The plan was to airbrush it, but I think, yeah, I can achieve better sort of scale work with the airbrushing, without the airbrushing. Okay. And a wipe. Thank you so much for all the likes. All right. Try to get this in a good angle. Maybe here. Oh, thank you so much for the gifts. I might let that tack off a little bit and then fix that one. I don't care. Fine. Okay. Let's try to scoop this off. I like the way that whole thing is sitting. Okay. Let's redo that. Okay. Separate. Need to get my UV light. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. All right. Hey, Halloween King. Oh, thank you. Just doing the scale work on it. My bright idea of doing them individually. Almost finished. Feels nice. This is a really experimental piece. Yeah, this is a total experiment, so I don't think there's any way to do quick scales, to be honest. It just is what it is. It's not exactly what I want, but I think it adds a good texture. Adds good texture to it. It sort of blends out quite well when you add the paint. I did a couple of experiments wherever the piece has gone. Looks good when you paint it. Just try it. Just pick a reptile and start sculpting. You never know. I'm sort of torn between doing the veiled chameleon and a three-horned. So if I do another chameleon, I'll do the three-horned next. Okay. How are we looking? A little bit of cleanup. Looking good. Two seconds. You had a veiled and a Jackson's chameleon. Oh, nice. We don't have them here. Okay. We're going here. Do a little more here, I think. Sort of lost a little bit of detailing here. Just fill in any patches that I think are sort of missing. I'm going to blend it in here a little bit. So where the seam line is. A little bit here. Maybe if this is dry tomorrow, I could possibly start painting. Maybe. So this doll's almost done. How exciting. Isn't that exciting? You have a blue tongue skink and a gargoyle. Gargoyle gecko, that sounds like an interesting little one. It's funny. Obviously, blue tongues are native to Australia. We just call them blue tongue lizards, not skinks. That's just a little fun fact for you. Well, I think this is looking pretty good. I think we've got majority of it. Might just go over some little areas here. But I think we're looking pretty good. Bits and pieces. I reckon this can go and dry for. Just put my finger in something. Of course. Some of these ones here. Yeah, this can dry overnight and see how it's looking tomorrow. If we can start painting it, I think it should be fine. Yeah, there we go, little chameleon. Okay, so I can go in the cleaning pile. I reckon I need to stick these on a little better. So I attach these little spines separately. So I'm just using some super glue to attach them. There. So once this towel dries as well, because it's really pointy-uppy, I'm going to curl over the end of it just a little bit. So it'll be like a nice coil. But I'll do that once I've painted everything. So let's let him to dry. I've got my really big Stella sea lion that I airbrushed. I need to do a little bit more airbrushing, I think, to sort of fill bits and pieces. But just give it a little bit of a quick brush to just on the tail. Bring back the softness to it. That's what I need to do. I need to sew a little tail piece onto it, actually. You said the head is polymer clay. Yeah, so basically I sculpt pieces out of the polymer clay. So this is a little line that I've got so far. So I'm doing a male and a female lion. So I sculpted the pieces out of polymer clay, attached the armature to it. So it's a ball and socket armature. I'll needle felt the body with like a cushion stuffing called polyfill, and then use faux fur or minky fabric, cotton, whatnot, to do like the body. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Sometimes I'll airbrush things, and yeah, airbrush this cougar. And yeah, so that's pretty much sums it up very, very quickly. So for the sea lion, so got a really cute face, mind you. It's going to clean up the eye area a little bit. Got some of that airbrush overspray on it, so just sort of cleaning it up a little bit. Have you used Cosclay? Yes, I've used Cosclay a lot. I'm not the biggest fan of Cosclay, but I do use it. It's very good for doing things that need to be kind of flexible. So usually I'll use it with hands. So I just did a couple of demo guises as commission pieces. So I use Cosclay for the hands for that one. But yeah, I use it quite regularly, but not the biggest fan. I think there's a Sculpey one called Sculpey Flex, I think it's called. That looks quite good. I haven't used that one before. I don't think it's quite easy to find here in Australia, but I've seen it. But yeah, it's something about the texture of Cosclay that I'm not a fan of. It's like too sticky or something for me, but it's good, medium. And I also have to run it through a pasta machine to get it to condition, whereas I like to use Super Sculpey. I mean Sculpey Original, which is the white one. It's super soft, so that's my favorite thing to sculpt with. Yeah, you just put it in a pasta roller. It's so much easier. It's like impossible to condition with your hands. It's really tough on the old hands. So we need to put some whiskers on this bloke. Got to clean the eyeballs to make it realistic. Okay. Sometimes you get a bit of runoff from the airbrush, but I'll probably go over this again with some paint just to clean it up a bit more around the eyes. Let's do that now. So I use chromacryl, which is like a water-based a water-based paint. It's I like the consistency of it, and the pigmentation's really nice. Not Spons, but yeah, I find this paint to be really good. I don't know how readily available it is in the States though. But yeah, it's not bad. Alright. Fix up some little bits and pieces. Now, whiskers. Let's get some reference images up on the computer. Now, I have quite thick whiskers, so I'm not sure. Best one, not that one. I think this should be fine. So I'm just going to put some whiskers in. I don't know where the lid for this is gone. That's found it. I think I'll go for possibly the white. I've got like a white or a tan in here. Maybe the tan. No, white. Okay, so a little bit of glue. And the tweezers. One at a time, basically. Glue ever comes down. Okay, so just a tiny bit of glue on the end. Sort of get it into a spot that you're happy with. So they got quite a lot of whiskers on there. Thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated. So I'm just sort of curling it a little bit with my finger as well. Are those made just for whiskers? Yeah, I do have different types of whiskers for all types of animals. These are probably the thickest ones. Lots of animals have whiskers. Can have lots of whiskers. I think the ones up close here are quite thin. Oh, you know what also I have to add? The ears. which I pre-sculpted at the ears. Oh my god. So I'll paint them and then add it once it's dry. So I made the ears out of Sculpey. And what I might do, once I've put all these in, I might get a little bit of brown paint and just do like a little colouring where the whiskers join. Thank you so much for the follow. Are they flexible fishing line? No, that's actually, I do have a tutorial, but it's actually just paintbrush tissues. Paintbrush bristles, I should say. Heard it on the live. Yeah, they work really well for whiskers. This one's stuck in here. It's looking quite good. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. So I'll just paint this like a brown colour and then I'll put them in there. Can't forget that. Yeah, we've always sort of lay quite flat against the head. So I'll paint them brown, add the fur on it, and then attach them. And yeah, this one and the leopard seal are going to go off together. Same person. So I'll probably trim these ones a tiny bit. Just to that one as well. And a bit too thin, too small. So I've got so many different types of colours. Got black ones, different textures, you name it. You name it. Right. So they sort of go in like a little bit of a pattern. So it's following that pattern. I have quite a few whiskers. I might put one there. Oh my god, can't pick it up. So yeah, maybe tomorrow I will possibly do some colouring on the chameleon. I'm going to do yellow striping in the middle. Have I ever made a fox? Yeah, I've made heaps of foxes. Lots. Made fantasy ones. I would like to do more like ones that have different colours. But yeah, I've done real ones, fantasy ones, big ones, small ones, you name it. What's my favourite thing to sculpt? Probably cats. Probably cats. I like wolves as well. They're quite nice to sculpt. I've really been enjoying doing like big cats with, features like the open mouth as well. So I've been enjoying doing things with like the insides of the mouth. I think It's got a lot of little details and different colours in there. So yeah, I've been enjoying doing that. But yeah, at the moment, cats are pretty cool. Do I stream? No, I have a TikTok going as well. So TikTok and YouTube. The YouTube one's kind of a new-ish one. Let's just see how that's going. Different angles as well. So the TikTok one's more like just like a hangout view, and this one's more of a view of the work, I guess. Might just move this tiny bit so you can see a bit better. I don't think I have any. No, I think that might be enough for that side. So see how that makes like so much difference, a realistic difference. Okay, we'll do the other side. I'm just sort of curling them with my finger. And a bit of glue. It's too much. There. So clean my tweezers halfway through because you get glue in there and it sticks to it. It's nice getting to a point where like you kind of finish the dolls, especially when they're commissions. It's like a little weight off. Not so much when it's my own dolls to put in my shop, but yeah, when they're commissions, it's nice to sort of get that off your plate. So this one's going to China with the leopard seals. So they're going to China. I haven't actually sent anything from to China before, so that's exciting. I've sent to a lot of other places. You can see the finish line, yeah. Like I think even the chameleon, I just want to do a little experiment with some UV resin first for the nails because I used latex so they wouldn't break because they're quite thin. So I used some latex to, so they're durable. So I want to put a little bit of UV resin over it so they're little nail-like, basically. So I've had this UV resin sitting around for ages. So hopefully it's not turned to poo-poo and it's all okay. I need to get my UV lamp to bring it upstairs. Yeah, now I've just got a bunch of dolls to start sculpting and planning. So I'll have to take some photos of this one. I'll do a little stop motion as well. Maybe I can do a stop motion of that and the seal. Maybe. I don't know how that'll go. Ambitious, no doubt. They are both very big dolls. I don't normally make them this big. The leopard seal just turned out big. So that happens. Yeah. So I'll do in the next couple of days some more sculpting. because I think I'll have the chameleon in this done. So I'll start on some sculpting, maybe do the female lion first, and then, well, I need to do a bunch of feet, obviously, for the lions. Usually pretty quick at sculpting feet these days. Paws. Yeah, I might start doing some work on the Action Cat series as well. And I might do some sculpting. Thanks for the follow. So I want to do like a couple of mini series of some like sculpted skulls in a little glass ball. So I might start with that. When you sculpt, you make small things. Yeah, big things. Small things are kind of easier to handle, I think. Big things just get a bit big. Do you make birds? Yes, I've made plenty of birds before. The last one I made was a raven, but it was from a game. It was a raven, but it was like a half mechanical raven. So yeah, it was all right. And then I made the last one before that was a toucan. It has a movable beak. So yeah, I've made a lot of birds. Made a number of shoebills with movable jaws, phoenixes, eagle, penguin, a number of them. Okay, chop. All right, that's looking swell. I think that's enough whiskers. Now we need some brown. Alright, so we've got some burnt umber, which is right. Right, the raw umber. I think a raw umber would be about here's my, let's put this away. Right, where's my paper towel? And my paper towel's gone. On the floor. Okay, so we use the bigger one. Now, just got to put this bloke down. And do these ears. So yeah, I've sculpted these ears, which I'm just going to glue on. Should be fine to glue. So I'm just using some acrylic paint, and then I'll add some fur over this bit, and then it should be good to go. I'm not going to go too overboard with this because you're not going to see it anyway. So just a quick coat so it's not like a stark white showing through. Dry it. Got the heater on because it's cold. Paint with one hand. Okay. do the top and then maybe dry it. Hey Ben, how are you? So I'm just going to quickly dry it. So I was meant to do this lion like kind of a bit nice, but it turned out a bit sassy. But the female one's going to be even sassier. What are you working on now? So I'm just doing some final little bits and pieces on the Stella sea lion. So I'm just doing the ears. I'm sort of just drying it on the heater. So yeah, the last little bits of the Stella sea lion. And I've just finished doing the scales and the chameleon. So he's over there drying. So hopefully maybe tomorrow I might start doing the colour work on it. But yeah, I think I'm just going to paint it rather than airbrush it. I think painting's going to turn out a little bit better. So we'll see how that goes. Just doing a little final painting on this one so the white doesn't show through the fur that I'll put on. But yeah, not much left to do in these ones. I've got all new dolls to start now. Yeah, so there'll be a whole bunch of sculpting coming up in the next couple of lives. And yeah, hopefully a couple of stop motions as well. Okay. I've put a bit too much paint, but that's fine. All right. Need a bit more in the middle. What is your next sculpture? So I think I'm going to, I think I'm going to work on the male and the female lion. So I'd like to get them sort of done. He needs the feet sculpted and then he can be put together. The female I've sculpted the mouth for. So got the mouth parts done. So she's going to be a bit of a sassy one. I don't know how I ended up here, but hello, thank you. Yeah, so I did like a little tongue. So she's sort of going to be growling, if you want to call it that. So yeah, I just have to get like all my reference images and stuff ready to go before I start sculpting. And then I do want to get started on some action cats as well. So that'll be a fun little series, I think. Now I've got some of this fur hanging around. Just have to cut a little square of fur off, I think. I'll take it downstairs. Sorry, got some fur. I think you said the scale you added were from Mod Podge. This is something else. Yes. This one. Acrylic medium. So just the medium gives it a little bit of body. Whereas if it was just the Mod Podge, it sort of flattens out a little bit. So yeah, the acrylic medium just holds the mound, I'm going to say. Yeah, it just holds it. So beautiful. And the Mod Podge makes it a bit flexible. Yeah, just an experiment. All right, so I'm just going to take a little bit off. Have you made a dolphin? No, I haven't actually. I'd like to. I've sort of given marine creatures a bit of a cold shoulder, so I haven't done too many marine creatures these days. So that's why I made the leopard seal, because it was one that I wanted to do for a while. But yeah, I never got around to doing it, but it's looking good. But yeah, I'm wanting to make an orca for a while. I just don't know if it would look great rather than doing like a solid sculpture rather than a posable art doll. You could get like that fake latex. I think that would look good as an orca skin. Okay, fake latex. I feel like that would be really hard to work with. All the creases. All right. Yeah, I agree. I think the shape, I reckon it might be easy actually, but it's more getting the skin right, I think. The shape's really, it's just a tube, to be honest. Things with feet would be a lot harder, or are a lot harder. So the sea lions, the seal and the sea lion, they're actually really easy to make because I didn't have to sculpt feet on them and add the armature in like you would normally. Obviously, I did have to make flippers, but no, they were pretty easy. Okay, so I'm gonna add this on now. You love my videos. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think a dolphin would be pretty easy. It's just the fabric. That's the problem. Okay, this whole thing's going to be trimmed, so ignore the messiness. There's a method to the madness. That is so cute. Good job. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Okay. That's that one. Thank you. Let's clean my fingers before the next one as best I can. All right. Thanks for the follow. Ooh. I don't normally do little bits and pieces like this, but I don't normally do sea lions either. Thank you. Thank you. Normally I leave these to dry overnight because it's only a small bit. I'll try and dry it a little bit with the heater. Problem is you get glue all over your hands. Okay. Just dry that a little bit. Dry these two a little bit. So I'm just going to stick them straight on to the head. Yeah. You are so cool. Thank you. I'm not going to go overboard with the fur on this one because it needs to be quite short anyway. Hence the reason that I coloured it brown. What animal am I working on? I'm just doing some ears for the Stella sea lion. So just added some faux fur, which give it a bit of a trim now. And then this is what I do for a living. No, I don't actually. I can't live off it. So it's just like a part-time jam. But it started out as a hobby and now I'm just doing it sort of part-time. So I'd like to do it full-time, but I just can't make a proper living off it. So yeah, that's how it is in the art world, right? Okay, so got our big boy. Now Now we want the ears to go sort of here. So I'm not actually sure how well they're going to stick on there. But I think that looks pretty good. So let's just have a crack, see how it goes. We'll have to do one at a time. So that's looking pretty good. You better sit there. So that just gives it a little ear. So it sort of sits a bit flat against the head, but yeah, no, it's looking pretty good with the ear. That's how well you can tell. I think that should sit there okay. Once it's embedded into this fur, I think it should sit there all right. Let's see. We do the other one. So we want it just about here. It probably makes it easier. I haven't actually done it this way before, so it kind of makes it easier because the glue's really sticky anyway. So it sort of adheres to the fur a little bit. It sort of just kind of gets ingrained into it. So it's sort of like that. So once it's sort of ingrained and stuck in there, it shouldn't move after that. Okay. I think that looks okay. No problem. Thanks for stopping by. Scrub the glue off my hands. That's what I need to do. Now for the body, I think what I want to do is do a little bit of black paint. See how it goes with just the brush. Might look okay. Just see how this goes. I just want like a bit of definition. Yeah, I might actually just do this with a brush. I'm just trying to bring out the definition of the, I guess you could call them fingers. I think I might do a watered down version. I think so I could soften it out for the rest of it. I want these to be a bit darker towards the end here. Again, yeah. I think what I'll do, yeah, is maybe go over it with the airbrush a little bit. Just sort of around the end bit here. Bring out some of that black bit more. Because it's just going to be too black if I do it this way. How are the ears going? Good. Cute. Oh, that's what I was going to do. A little bit of, I could probably do black. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to leave it there for today. Tomorrow I will come back and possibly do a little bit more work on this or the chameleon. Probably this because it's commission. It needs to be finished. So I don't think the airbrushing will take me very long. So I could possibly start painting on the chameleon. So anyway, yeah, pretty much got one more thing to do on this. I'm going to do a little tail too. I have to sew the tail. Yes, because it doesn't have like a little, it's supposed to have like a little knobbly bit here on there, like a little tail. So remind me tomorrow, sew the tail. Anyway, YouTube, catch you later. I'll be on about 12:30 till 2 again. But yeah, thank you. I'll be on again tomorrow. See ya.